Sunday morning in August. Good morning. Just reminding our choir members joining us this morning, they're here to help us look at our new online hymnal, Sing Out Love. We've got a whole lot about that coming up for you in the next hour or so, and hopefully by the end of it, you'll consider yourselves all experts. It's a wonderful new resource, and we'll be talking all about it this morning. Give me a moment to catch my own breath. Everyone breathe with me. And one more. Now just keep doing that for the next however many years. Always take a second and make sure your phone is set to silent. Here we go. I'm Chris Tackett. I'm your music director, and I'm happy to be here this morning. Lots of fun stuff coming up in the next hour or so. I want to start this morning, though, with a piece from Dave Brubeck. It's been on a number of his different albums, and a lot of other people have recorded it, too. Beautiful little song called In Your Own Sweet Way.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Mountain Vista Unitarian Universalist Congregation. Welcome to those of you here in person, in this room, those of you watching virtually, or those of you sometime in the future watching us in this moment. So we'd like to acknowledge those of you who are watching virtually. So if, as the camera pans the room, please turn around and give a hello and a welcome. Thank you. We start with gratitude. A service only happens because dozens of people, both visible and invisible, literally, not literally, have already said yes with their time, their talent, and their creativity. Gratitude is a way to embody one of the values of Unitarian Universalism. And so as I list each person, please say a thank you to them. To our staff, our music director, Chris Tackett, to Kalea Martin, our congregational administrator, and to our religious ed director, Stacy Sosa. Thank you. To our AV crew, thank you. To our choir, to our RE volunteers, and to the many volunteers who help put together the service, as well as the volunteers who run the programs, serve on our board, and make this into a community. Thank you. My name is Samar, today's practice associate, here with our minister, Reverend Matthew Funkreri. We have a great service today as we continue exploring liberation and how we can craft collective liberation together. So collective liberation is a beautiful concept. The idea that freedom is a shared project, that none of us can fully be free while others are still constrained by systems of oppression. It requires more from us than allyship. It asks for true solidarity, asks us to stand arm in arm with those most affected. It asks us to be deeply relational and see how systems of oppression impact others in ways they might not for ourselves, and to recognize that those impacts still shape our collective well-being. To give a brief snippet about why liberation must be collective, I'd like to share the story of Marguerite Annie Johnson. Marguerite grew up in the Jim Crow era and was 8 years old when she was assaulted by one of her mother's boyfriends. She testified against him at trial, and he was convicted and released a day later. An unfortunate, all too common reality that we still observe to this day. He was later killed, and it was believed by her uncles, a response her community had when the systems meant to protect her failed. Marguerite believed her speaking up, her voice, had caused his death. She developed selective mutism and didn't speak for years. Her silence was a trauma response to her belief that speaking up was what led to his death. Her silence a reflection of systemic failures. And yet she was supported by her church, by her community. She had mentors, Mrs. Bertha Flowers, a teacher who connected her to poetry and literature, her grandmother who was a steady presence throughout her life, or early life. And through these relationships, Marguerite eventually reclaimed her voice. Her trauma, both individual and systemic, shaped her into one of the most powerful voices speaking against racism. When Marguerite Johnson, later known as Maya Angelou, wrote, "I know why the caged bird sings," she named what cages individuals and communities. She showed how trauma is shaped by the world around us and how liberation must be shaped by the world we build together. Her life is one testimony, one story that invites us as Unitarian Universalists to understand liberation as a shared spiritual practice. The work of liberation is solidarity. It is interdependence. It is love in action. It calls us to not just free ourselves, but asks how we can free each other. Thank you for being here as we explore this. Our chalice lighting this morning will be a song.
Yes. A lovely new song from our new Sing Out Love hymnal. We're going to go through it twice. I'll have the members of our choir sing it the first time, and then we'll join in and sing the second time. Would you please rise and join us? Choir sings it once, then you join us. Your turn, and may I be light in you.
May you be light in me, into our I just have to echo what Chris said. This virtual hymnal, Sing Out Love, is exciting stuff. So we've just started to get into it, and we'll be doing maybe different things this morning, meditations through song, just as we've done lighting our chalice through song. As many of you know, each Sunday, we lay out a wooden bowl and a woven basket to offer our thanks, and those are just outside those doors. The bowl is for a collection in gratitude for the people and the programs and this place of our congregation. The basket is also in thanks, but for the mission and actions of a community partner bringing their unique light and love into our greater community. Our partner all of this month is Interfaith Community Services, ICS. Now, we here at MVUU have long been partners with ICS. We've joined with over 125 interfaith congregations as they aid people experiencing crisis to achieve healthy, stable, and independent lives. ICS offers their gratitude to all of their faith-based partners this way. Faith communities have played an important role with us since our organization's inception in 1985. Working side by side, we are able to do more than any one individual congregation can do. Together, we are a strong resource helping those in need with love, cooperation, and service. Their vision of a compassionate community is where all individuals and families have enough nutritious food to eat, resources to remain independent, support for employment, and practical education to confidently plan for a stable future filled with dignity and hope. Here at MVU, we're grateful for all of the light and the love that they bring to our hearts and souls. We're grateful for what we give to one another, and we're grateful for all that we get to take out into our world. For all that we give, all that we offer, thanks for their work and for the work of MVUU. Please know, everything that you give is gratefully received.
Our first full congregation song this morning is another new one, this time from Leah Davis. I'm going to play it once all the way through, then I invite you to join us, and there are 4 verses. And I also wish to remind you, if you catch the tune but you're not so sure of the words, you're always welcome to use the Hebrew text. Repeat after me. La, 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 la. Lie, 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 lie. Da, da, die, die. There you go. I don't care what you sing, I only care that you sing. When we sing together, we rise, so would you rise with us and sing Leah Davis's beautiful song, When We Sing Together. I'll play it once, and then join me. Turn and
when we sing together, our melody takes flight. When we sing together, we feel the dance of time. When we sing together, our voices blend as one. A flood of beauty flows within and rises up in song.
Sing verse 2.
When we sing together, our hearts are open wide. When we sing together, love becomes our guide. When we sing together, we not regret bond. A holy passion speaks within and rises up in song. When we sing together, perfection shines within and rises up in song. When we sing together, our vision burning bright. When we sing together, courageous is our fight. When we sing together, our firming all belong. The promise of justice calls within and rises up from song.
Good job.
Hello, Mountain Vista UUs. It is such a joy and an honor to visit you virtually in this way. I'm Erica Hewitt. My pronouns are she, hers. I am a middle-aged white woman with shoulder-length brown hair, wearing a pink floral dress, and I've got some twinkle lights behind me and a plant next to me, and I'm just so grateful to you. Mountain Vista is one of the newest congregations to subscribe to Sing Out Love, and I'm the lead on that project. And so when my longtime, dearly beloved friend, Reverend Matthew, said, could I say hello? I said, tell me when. I am sure that when you look at Singing the Living Tradition, which is over 35 years old, and when you look at Singing the Journey, which is over 20 years old, I'm sure you have favorites. Maybe you even have a favorite from Las Voces del Camino, which is songs unique in Spanish, but also translations and arrangements of existing hymns. You might think to yourself, I can't imagine being a UU without this hymn. I can't imagine being a UU without this hymn or that hymn. And it's probably from one of these. When I was asked to lead this hymnal project about 4 years ago now, when we started creating and designing Sing Out Love, we knew that we wanted to fill it with songs that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you will say, I couldn't be a UU without these songs. In fact, since we launched the hymnal a year ago, we have put in a good number of these songs. We have added over 105 new to UU hymnody songs, and we add new songs every single month. There are simple chants that you can do a cappella. There are elaborate arrangements. There are stories about the people who created these hymns and where they came from. And so many ways to sing about our values, our faith, our commitments, what we believe today in 2026. So as our faith changes and evolves and we have new understandings and we articulate our values in new ways, we got to sing about it in new ways. There are so many gifted composers and musicians in Unitarian Universalism and on our periphery who are fans of ours who sent us their songs. So I just wanted to say again, thank you. It's going to take time to make friends with and learn all of the musical resources in Sing Out Love. But you're starting, and I hope that you find a hymn or two that makes you say, wow, where was this hymn my whole UU life? I love this song. Because that's how I feel about just about all 105 or 6 new songs. So I want to say thank you again from all of the many, many people at your Unitarian Universalist Association who poured themselves into creating and sustaining this hymnal. I want to thank Reverend Matthew and all of the professional religious leadership at Mountain Vista. And I want to thank you. I hope you have a wonderful morning, a wonderful new congregational year, and a wonderful time singing. Thank you. Keep singing.
I love that. I would love that to be our motto. Thank you. Keep singing. And thank you, Erica. It's really, really wonderful to see her that way, even though she's via video. Let's take a quick moment and walk through our new Sing Out Love website. So slide number 1, please. This is the front page. Rotating pictures of happy singing UUs along with the usual top of page stuff. Scrolling down, here's the featured hymn of the week. The front page includes a featured hymn of the week. This time it's There Is No Fear in Love by well-loved composer Elizabeth Norton. We've sang a couple of her pieces with the choir. There's a play button there you can click on to hear the recording, or click on the Explore button to look at the full page for this piece. There's also a button right there to go to the main hymnal page, but we'll get there in a moment. Moving on down. Here are the monthly new hymns. Every month, the newest hymns appear on the bottom of the home page. Again, you can listen quickly right from this page just by clicking the play buttons, or you can go to the full page to explore the song more. Moving on. Bottom of the home page, all the usual stuff, plus a lovely statement of the vision for this hymnal: to build a living collection of song resources through an accessible, equitable, online platform grounded in UU values. This virtual hymnal will help Unitarian Universalism live into our prophetic calling as a joyful, liberatory, and anti-oppressive faith. Then there's the usual stuff at the bottom of any web page to manage your account, as well as a shortcut to the index. Now, these indexes are the same as in the back of any hymnal, where you can look for specific composers, lyricists, themes, and topics, and so forth. Let's click on the Full Library button. Here is the Full Library homepage. If you scroll down, it literally starts with the A's and goes on from there. At last count, there were over 300 pieces in the library, including, as she said, over 105 new pieces for us. Moving on. There you go. You don't have to just scroll down, though. You can use the search box to find what you're looking for. Let's type in that old UU classic, Spirit of Life. As you type, you're given suggestions as to what you might be looking for. So let's click on the button for the homepage for Spirit of Life. And here it is. Lovely billboard at the top of the page. On the left-hand side there is a short contextual sketch about the piece, the lyrics, and a preview page for the full PDF of the song. Scrolling down, here's all the useful info, including tune name, metric index, composer and lyricist, and any other relevant info about arrangers or other people involved in getting this hymn to print. The PDF preview page floats down with you as you scroll, and in the middle is a list of all the various things that are available in this resource, including files for a Braille version that will import to a special reader, various music printing files, lyric slides in a few different formats, and any extras that might be available for this title, like piano arrangements or alternate versions, among other things. We'll get to those in a moment. Moving on down. The PDF window floats down with us, and there's a biographical sketch of the composer and lyricist. Now, in this case, since it's all Carolyn McDade, they repeated it twice. So you can see it there. And any other tags useful to help finding this song. And then at the bottom, next slide, there we go. There's a non-floating PDF window that lets you download a file that includes the song in all 12 keys. Very useful for accommodating singers of different voice types and abilities. Although in this case, they gave us this in C flat major? 7 flats? I hear some of you who know music know that that's like a weird semi-theoretical key, but we have it. And let's click on that floating window and grab the main PDF file. And there it is, the PDF file as it first downloads onto my system. From here I can save it, copy it, print it, move it around, and share it with other people. Our license gives us permission to share it broadly within our own congregation in whatever way we need it, electronically on tablets or computers, or print it in paper format as we have this morning. We do not have permission to share beyond our own people, though. Use of this hymnal, online hymnal, comes with a license so that we can use any of these pieces in our regular Sunday morning services. We cannot use them in other places in other ways. We can only use them, and we're also allowed to broadcast them within the context of our streaming and our YouTube services as well. So back on the homepage, you'll recall we have access to a few different types of slides prepared for different situations. They've prepared the standard PowerPoint slides and Google Slides format that you're used to seeing, and we've already seen them some this morning, as well as a new format. Text with melody line, both in black on white and white on black. So it comes in whatever format you can use it. I'm honestly not sure how useful these are, but I applaud the attempt at something new. As a musician who spent a significant part of my life learning the graphic art of putting music on a page in such a way as to make it the most easily legible as possible, I'm not sure how genuinely useful these are, but they're available, and I hope they'll refine them as time goes on. I'd like to know, just as a quick aside, show of hands, how many people here read music and might find this useful? Okay, interesting. We'll take that into account. We'll take that into consideration. And next slide, please. In the other resources on this song, here's an arrangement. It's 2 pages, but there's only the one. I only put the one in the slide here now. Here's a first page of a more piano-oriented arrangement that a less experienced pianist might find useful. Many songs have these sorts of resources, but not all. And there's a way for people to submit things like this to share with other churches. And to the last slide, almost every song has a play button down next to the Download Music MP3 that you can click to listen to at least the first verse of every song. Some are full recordings with voices and instruments. Some are simple computer-generated files from the notation program. They're designed to give you a taste of the song and help you learn it, but they are not licensed to use in service. I, as a living musician, really appreciate that. You can use the recordings to help learn the song, but you cannot use them in your Sunday morning service. You have to have a musician. Thank you for that. So that's the basic hymnal. We can share full access with anyone in the congregation. I'm still trying to get a square answer, but I believe we can give access to as many people in the congregations as want it. One of the biggest questions I've gotten is, what are we doing with the old hymnals? We're not getting rid of them. We are maintaining them, we are keeping them, and we will continue to use them in the future. For various reasons, some things from those books are not available online, and many of them never will be. There's a number of reasons for that, whether due to copyright or other restrictions. Of course, they're working on that, and more stuff from those books will appear as the weeks go on. Many of the things in the Teal book, Singing the Journey, are online already, which makes sense because 20 years ago, when they were putting that book together, the idea of an online hymnal, an online resource like this, was already bouncing around, and I'm sure the contracts with the creators reflected that. However, 35-ish years ago, when the Gray book, Singing the Living Tradition, was being developed, the idea of an online resource like this sounded a bit like science fiction. For me, though, the most interesting idea in this hymnal is the ability to add to it. Many songwriters and composers and lyricists have already turned in songs and hymns, and believe me, I'm looking through my own archive to try and figure out what might be submittable. I've encouraged Dan and Jerry to look through their own original songs and see if any might be right for this project. The pay and licensing agreements are decent, and the committee is working very, very hard to keep everybody in right relationship with one another. So that's a thumbnail, quick sketch of the new hymnal. There is, when we want to, I have to give you access so you can email me, and I will, through the website, I will ask them to send you an invitation on behalf of Mountain Vista, and you can click on the link in that email and follow through that way. I have to issue the invitation for you to join us online. As I get a square answer, just weirdly, I looked all over the website last night. I could not find out. I believe we're allowed to share it with everybody in the congregation. I think that's right, but it doesn't say that anywhere explicitly in the hymnal that I could find. So I'm going to find out. Once I find that out, yes, I will be absolutely joyous to fill it with anybody else. You are welcome to share it within the congregation. You're welcome to use any of these resources within the congregation. We just cannot use them outside. I would encourage other groups there. You're welcome. Any UU church or any other organization is welcome to subscribe. And we pay a subscription fee year by year. And there's discounts for buying multiple years and so forth and so on. Yes. My email address is easy. It's Chris, C-H-R-I-S, Tackett, T-A-C-K-E-T-T, two T's at the end, chris.tackett@mvuu.org. And if for any reason you're not getting the music department emails and you'd like to get those, let me know as well too. And I'll be happy to add you to that list. I'm also super excited because, first of all, say thank you again to our wonderful choir members who came and joined us this morning. I sent out an email just Friday night. I was going to send it out Wednesday and the email glitched. But thank you guys. It's so wonderful to have you here this morning because we were all set to do this preview this morning and then Joel told me that he and Grace would be on vacation this week. So our wonderful choir, it takes 7 people to fill in Joel, and Julie especially, who's agreed to help lead this morning. Anything else? Thank you so much. Oh, and now we're going to sing.
Yeah. We invite you now to a time of meditation, of individual breath and voice joining together in communal song. It's when we sing together, affirming all belong. The promise of justice calls within and rises up. It rises up through song. Let us sing, Spirit of Life.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, bringing life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
The Spirit of Life is Here by Reverend Dr. Rebecca Savage. Spirit of Life, eternal mystery that holds us close, receive the meditations of our heart today. We come together in this quiet moment to unify our hearts again towards the clarion call of our time. May justice and equity guide us to great connection, a greater truth. Our part is just as great, to approach dismantling systems of oppression within us in order for all of us to be free. To know that when I cherish and tend to the divine spark within me, when I know in my bones that I am worthy of love and whole just as I am, that there is greater potential for mutual understanding and care. Love is not scarce. Our ability to extend compassion and grace can be. I place my hand over my heart and know that I can feel the spirit of life within me. I invite you to place your hand over your heart and feel the spirit of life within you. The spirit of life is divine within us. The spirit of life is here. This is the beginning of justice and equity when we go within, in order to be of service in our communities and our world. May it be so. Amen. Blessed be.
One of the great standards and fun things of any new hymnal is rediscovering old friends in new guise. In this particular case, we have an old tune that I'm sure will be immediately recognizable to any of y'all who may have grown up in any kind of a Protestant setting. A tune that's over 200 years old, but with brand new lyrics by Amanda Udis Kessler. For the weaving of our lives. If you would rise as we sing, for the weaving of our lives.
For the weaving of our lives on the loom of
We weave our lives together. Each of us brings joys and sorrows and the many milestones of our lives that are a mixture of both. We weave these threads together into our shared congregational life.
Through our weekly ceremony with this boat-shaped vessel, stones and water, we weave. We pour out water collected from Sonoran skies, from its flow across the earth, from the taps in our homes. This is Mountain Vista Unitarian Universalist.
And add drops and drop in stones, some for our joys, some for our sorrows, and some for those times in our lives which are both. This is Mountain Vista Unitarian Universalist.
We would give voice to the threads of our lives, to hear aloud all that is lifting your heart, so that we might share in the celebration, all that is deepening your days, so we can offer our care.
This week we learned that Linda Logan had surgery to take care of a pinched nerve in her back, which was creating a lot of pain. She's recovering well from that. She's at home and she sends her love.
Next Sunday, we will individually give voice in our bi-monthly ritual of joys and sorrows. We've combined it with our Sunday potluck so that we can all stay and more deeply weave our congregational tapestry.
Our pastoral care committee leads our congregation in this and in all our celebrations and care. Individually, we are ready to listen to you, offering our individual time and talents and guiding our congregation in response. This is how we weave our lives together. This is Mountain Vista Unitarian Universalist.
A lot of wonderful music this morning. Another new one, and we have a big favorite saved for the end, so don't worry. This is a song called This Boat, and I'd like to teach you the chorus. Repeat after me. This boat is steady. This boat is steady. This boat is sure. This boat is sure. When you're ready. Climb aboard, climb aboard. When you're ready, grab an oar. This boat will carry us to the farthest shore. Good. See? Just like choir practice. After Labor Day, first Wednesday after Labor Day, 6:30 on Wednesday nights. So come join us. Let's rise. Let's sing the whole thing. Julie and I will sing the alternate verses in between. If you catch the tune and want to sing along, that's fine too. The words will be on the screen. Otherwise, join us at the chorus. This boat is steady, this boat is sure. When you're ready, climb aboard. When you're ready, grab an oar. This boat will carry us to the farthest shore. First, we all know hardship, we all know pain. But nothing ventured means nothing gained. And alone. Try again. Your turn. This boat is
steady. This boat is sure. When you're ready, climb aboard. When you're ready, climb aboard. This boat will carry us to the farthest shore.
Second verse. Even if you've been tempest tossed, even if you feel that all is lost, you've heard the thunder roar, had a look at heaven's door. If you're sinking like a stone, this boat will carry you home. This boat
is steady. This boat is sure. When you're ready, climb aboard. When you're ready, climb aboard. This boat will carry us to the farthest shore.
Verse 3. In this boat, there's nothing we can't do together, no matter the weather. Reminder that the charts are ours. We will navigate by our stars. This boat
It's ready. This boat is sure. When you're ready, climb aboard. When you're ready, grab and board. This boat will carry us to the farthest shore.
just the last line, and
This boat will carry us to the farthest shore.
one more time.
This boat will carry us to the farthest shore.
Thank you.
Invite you now to a time of contemplation, of considering and pondering. But before we do that, this is really nice. Thank you all for taking this. This is unexpected. It's lovely to have our pickup choir. What did you say? The first Wednesday after?
First Wednesday after Labor Day. It's the 9th
Wednesday
because
after.
Labor Day is about as late as it can be this year. So
right.
Wednesday the 9th.
Well, thank you all.
Believe me, you'll hear about it again between now and then.
So let's contemplate and consider and ponder for just a moment the question, are we alone? It's a question that's been coming up more and more, for me at least, with all of these blustery words of politicians becoming brutal actions in our world. Are we alone in our belief here in the dignity and the worth of every person? As hate preys upon the vulnerable among us, and greed decimates our planet, are we alone in our conviction of our place in the web of life? As corruption in our government becomes more commonplace, are we alone in our faith's insistence that democracy be strong? Are we alone? As we've just sung here at MVU, that's not the case. We are not alone. We are here with one another. As the songwriter Laura Zucker affirms in the Sing Out Love entry, when we commit to a community of any kind, our fates and fortunes rise and fall together. And it's delightful to me to even just imagine we have a strong boat, not a perfect boat. The paint's probably chipping in a few places. But it's sturdy enough to hold all of our hearts through these tempest-tossed times. That we are guided by the very brightest lights of our highest beliefs and convictions. That we're not alone here at MBUU is certain, and yet that question for me still lingers. Are there other boats like ours? Or are we just alone on chaotic seas? Are there more communities rising and falling through these times? Are we alone in this world? Well, oddly enough, astronomers and astrophysicists have considered and pondered this very question, but on a slightly different scale: the universe. It is a scientific and a mathematical given that with the size of the universe and all of the planets and stars, that there is other life out there. Carl Sagan, the planetary scientist and the founder of the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, SETI, once said, "The universe is a pretty big place, and if it's just us, it seems like an awful waste of space." And yet the question's persistent for me. Are we alone? Because despite our searching the heavens for decades using radio waves and light and different telescopes and different means, we still have no conclusive evidence of life existing on other planets. One answer to that question, that big cosmic question, is a thought experiment called the dark forest hypothesis. Chinese science fiction novelist Liu Cixin, in his book, The Dark Forest, invites us into this experiment by imagining the universe as a deep, dark forest that you're in alone. Now, first, I have to acknowledge that some of us feel very comfortable in the dark. It's calm and it's soothing. And some of us, Curtis, I'm thinking of you, love the woods so much, connecting with the earth and the sounds of night, that this actually might be appealing. You might think this is great, but the hypothesis poses a situation more like the night of fairy tale forests, where children go and wander and become endangered on their way to grandmother's house. So imagine, if you will, then the universe is a dangerous, dark forest. And instead of making yourself known, to remain safe, be small, be silent. Because if you don't, you just might be gobbled up by a big, bad monster. This hypothesis posits that all intelligent extraterrestrial life in the universe is just hiding. Small, silent, choosing to be alone rather than to risk discovery. You know, one of the good things about a thought experiment, one is it's not real. But two is that they allow us to explore our feelings about hypothetical situations. I don't know about you, but this just makes me feel sad. That instead of being guided by the stars, we are to fear them and all of the different life forms that there could be. Yeah, it makes me feel unsafe and alone as well, but even more, it makes me feel that something here is familiar. Is there something familiar about this dark forest hypothesis to you? Because the feelings that it invites are the very feelings that give authoritarianism its power. Be fearful. Feel endangered by what you cannot see. And be alone. Don't listen to your highest values, the guiding lights that you believe in. Be afraid of your neighbors. Be terrified of migrants. Stay away from trans people. Be silent, or you could be noticed and preyed upon next. The reality is that if we are convinced to feel this way, if we believe this and we start acting it, we will be the answer to the question, are we alone? Because we'll have chosen to be alone. But what if, and here I return to the dark forest experiment, what if there, in that long night of the frightening forest, what if you were guided by your highest values? What if you lived into our dignity and our worth? What if you counted on our interdependence and doubled down on democracy? What if you sang? What if you sang out? May I be light in you. May you be light in me. Into our hearts, into our souls, let love abide. May I be love in you. May you be love in me. Into our hearts, into our souls, for all time. Imagine that. Think that. Feel that. Because if you can start to feel that, that's the beginning of collective liberation. Guided by the very stars of our convictions, we would refuse to be alone in the dark forest of our universe or of our world or even in our individual lives. Can you imagine and feel it? To risk singing out, living into our faith, being in solidarity with those whose forms of life are just different than ours. Not because we expect the world to ultimately be a welcoming place. We all know hardship. We all know pain. We just sang those words. But because we understand that for all of us to be free, we have to sing out in love together. The vision of Sing Out Love is to build a living collection of song resources through an accessible, equitable, online platform grounded in UU values. There's a slide for this one if you put it up so everybody can read it too. This virtual hymnal will help Unitarian Universalism live into our prophetic calling as a joyful, liberatory, and anti-oppressive faith. May we be so bold to sing, to share the joy within this community with one another, and even out into the universe.
Like I said, one of the great joys of exploring a new hymnal is exploring and coming across old friends in sometimes new guises, and sometimes it's lovely just to meet an old friend again. In this case, Peter Meyer, singer-songwriters Peter Meyer, and his version on the classic old hymn tune, Heiferdal, Blue Boat Home. We sing, we rise. Join us in singing.
future is here and it is happening here at this congregation. Our first slide, we have the MVU Grief Group. We invite you to our grief group led every Sunday after service, led by Anne and Terry. So 12:30 in the loft. August 16th, next week, next Sunday, is the MVU August Potluck. Joel Yelland, our head of hospitality, invites us to our next congregational potluck with these words. It's time to pull out your favorite recipes for the bi-monthly potluck. The tables will be loaded with your goodies to share with the rest of the congregation after service on the 16th. Sign-up lists will be out in the Oasis room on the 9th, but please bring a dish even if you don't sign up, or stay and eat and share conversation even if you don't have an edible offering. There should be plenty to go around. Plates and cutlery will be provided by our kitchen, so no need to bring them from home. And so join us for a community meal catered by you on August 16th.
UU The Vote has recently taught many Arizona Unitarian Universalists how to take our faith to the next step. And on Labor Day weekend, Arizona UUs trained by UU The Vote will be leading us in a solidarity summit with the curriculum We Are Builders. In solidarity with community justice partners, we'll take the skills that we already have and build upon them. Building upon our skill for showing up, we create a shared journey. Building on the actions of individuals, we create organized coordination. And building on the rapid response network, we create long-term infrastructure among organizations in solidarity. Registration is now open and space is starting to fill up at Valley Unitarian Universalist. This is an in-person, all-day event. I will tell you already, we've squared away the food first. It will be excellent. We're also talking about how we here at MVUU might create some carpooling. So if you're interested in going up and taking a ride together, let's do that. Let's make it easy for our people to show up and begin to learn how we craft democracy in solidarity together. And we get to sing again.
And we get to sing
For
again.
the chalice extinguishing.
We're going to do another quick run through of May I Be Light, the wonderful song by Michael Slack. And as has become our custom to stand around the table, I'd like us all to stand. You don't need to come up around the table. It's a little cozy up here, but let's sing together.
Love, you are light. Take that into a world that is currently in darkness, afraid of each other, afraid to come together, but bring them together in love.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful to have you all here.